Nigerians, especially my Niger Delta brothers and the southeast. You see, I don't mention, you can never hear me calling my brothers in the Niger Delta. I will call them South because that was the Nnamdi Kanu called them Fulani Kankawom, who gave them those names as a Nigeria. There is nowhere in a geographical history that you will see South in this world. They have their reason why they gave you guys the name. If not, generally, if you want to be mentioned, they call us Biafran. Now, on the issue of Asari Dokubo, you see this man, I've seen many of his videos, both where he carry boys with gun parading in the village, and where he's threatening Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, and even talking about him to be left in the prison to die. Yes, but we should not quickly forget where all this started. Asari Dokubo was a close friend of Nnamdi Kanu and a strong Biafra who has come in 2013 openly claimed that he is in the Biafra. In fact, that his parents are from Abia State. So, if Asari Dokubo, if he has been bought, although before he was bought, the problem of Asari Dokubo with Nnamdi Kanu started when they were recruiting the ESN. If Nigerians are not aware, it was online publicly when Asari Dokubo when the IPOB accused him of squandering the money meant for the training of the SN. Nnamdi Kanu said he took them, he ate the money, he said he did not eat the money, money was not given to him, blah 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 and all that. Then he became against Biafra movement. Somebody who was fully in support, he comes out on a video and agitates for Biafra movement, for the freedom of Biafra. But today, it is obvious. It is now another way around that Asari Dokubo has been bought and now speak through his hands, talking against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Now that aside, the people I pity most who follow him are the boys I see surrender him. These guys are all from Niger Deltas, because I don't think a reasonable Easterner would join such organization or such person, such Aburo group. These people, I've met a lot of Niger Delta brothers and I have a lot of friends who are coming from there. I served in Niger Delta, I served in NNS Delta as a naval personnel. Throughout my service there, you hardly, I don't think, maybe now, I think when I served there was in 2014. I don't know if now some of those creeks, those villages are having bridges now. Even some of them does not have a shore, does not have jetty, where their ordinary boat can even alongside, where they can tie their ordinary boat. Some of them tie it in the bush, or one of the three they mount close to the water there. Asari Dokubo left the agitation of Biafra, now supporting the Nigerian government. Asari Dokubo did not leave only Biafra. He left this Biafran from supporting the Biafran, then agitate for the development of Niger Delta, for building of bridges, as Wike is trying building in the city. But all these creeks, where the main source of Nigerian resources are coming out, none of these villages are having bridges. None of these bridges are having a good water. None of these people are having, because if you don't have a land, a bridge where to pass trucks or a trailer that will carry your cement and all that to build a good house, you can have a good house. So most of them are not even having a good buildings where they live. I see some of my Niger brother family, my Niger Delta family. These are my people. I see them when I was following ships. I see people living beside the water side with just hut, something I don't know how to describe that. with planks, mud with planks. And these are where the main resources of Nigeria is coming out from. Asari Dokubo did not go against this. He did not talk about the welfare of his people. His concern is to organize a group of touts who will support a government that is making your own tribes. Please, my brother Asari Dokubo, if you talk about building bridges in all those creeks where your people are dying every time there is a boat capsizing, you see number of people dying on the water because of maybe the wave of the shallow of the water or the wave of the sea or the roughness of the sea at that particular season. People keep dying. Your people buying their goods in the market, in the land, and move it to their villages, to the creek where they are living becomes a problem. Very expensive for them. Asari Dokubo, can you count all these places? There are hundreds of them that you can agitate for the federal government, for the government of Nigeria to build bridge for these people, that these people need road. And even not there for you alone. If all these places is built, a lot of development will come in. A lot of development. Your people will have access of road, transporting their goods and services easily without any problem. You did not agitate for this. All you are concerned is what goes into your pocket by building touts who will threaten your own people, the Easterners, the Biafrans, to threaten Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who has been standing for your own people, for everyone, speaking loud. I may not come out publicly to speak that we need this Biafra, that is that necessary. But this man, all his prophecy, everything he has said on his television, tell me one particular thing he has said that have not come to pass today. Tell me one thing that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has said that have not come to pass. None of them. Asari Dokubo, from your community, there is a pipeline which people I tag in this video. This pipeline have gone to Katsina, to Daura. There is a pipeline going from Nigeria to Niger Republic. There is a pipeline who is from Nigeria to Benin. There is a pipeline who is from Nigeria to Ghana. There is a plan of a pipeline who will come from Niger Delta to Morocco. From there, by time not taken, I already told my friend that it's not possible. This pipeline will move to Europe from there. These people are making your own community, which is underdeveloped. Tell me any Niger state that is richer than every other state in Nigeria. Tell me, if not only Port Harcourt. If not only Port Harcourt, that is at least developed in their cities. I know inside their areas there is a lot of people who are suffering, which are not supposed to be so. Go to Dubai, go and check the kind of people how they are locals, how they protect their oil in their own communities. They have 200 and something in a room where they monitor each oil that goes out in their community. Same in Saudi Arabia. And they are all living fine. Every youth are being paid good money. How many philanthropies are coming out in Niger Delta? How many big businessmen who are being trained from the oil with Nigeria are sucking in your community? How many of them? Is it building touts who are following you around looking for who to fight? It's not all about war. Tell these people that we need development in our community. The oil should be stationed in our community. Oil will be taken from your own community and sent to abroad to refine. After refining the land in Lagos. From Lagos, a tanker will come from Lagos, will come from the east, from the Niger Delta to go and get oil, refined one, and come to your own land where oil is being produced. And before coming from there, Check the kind of accident that happened on the road. At the end of the day, he ended killing a lot of your own people. The tankers who are coming from Lagos. Are all this not supposed from your own sea where the ship will land? Asari Dokubo, these are the things you should be talking about. Not threatening your own brothers, not threatening Mazen Namdekano, who is fighting for your own people. What is it? What is it? Niger Deltas. The Easterners, you guys should supposed to be one, stand in one accord and fight for this government and fight for Nigeria, who have looked back, who has turned back at us, who has turned back as you, as the resources of Nigeria, as a foundation who is holding Nigeria economy today, not fighting each other, not fighting your own brother. It is a pity that we see the right things we are supposed to do and turn back at it to fight our own self. I will make more video of this. I will make more video of this. But please, Niger Deltas, you guys should wake up. If you look at the kind of poverty going on, roads that you don't have in your own state, is it supposed to be so? The Easterners that are not even having enough oil, I think they are all living fine with their business. And I am assuming that you, being the one providing the economic development of Nigeria today, you are the one that's supposed to be the most developed country, the most developed state in Nigeria today. But you decided to play politics against your own people, as Wiki has done, as Amechi did before, as Asari Dokubo is doing. It is a shame. It is a shame that we left what we are supposed to be fighting our own brothers. Niger Deltas, even my own brothers who are not supporting the Mazokalu, you guys should wake up. We should all wake up. Thank you. And please, share this video. Share this video. Let it get to him. Let it get to him. If Asari Dokubo can realize himself, or there are people who are following him that who can realize themselves and know that they are fighting, they are pursuing shadow instead of pursuing the real things. They are pursuing shadow. Thank you all, and God bless you.
Only a stupid old fool like you, only a stupid man, a stupid old fool like you, they call you the pig in the creek. They call you the pig in the creek. I call you more nasty words, because I know that you are more nasty than a pig in the creek. This is a sample of a pipeline. This is a example of a pipeline that is running from your doorstep, from your village to Castena to Daura. This is an example of a pipeline that is running from your village to Niger Republic. The oil that they are transporting from your village, they can't use it to develop your own village. They cannot use it to give you infrastructure. They cannot use it to give you education. They cannot use this oil to develop your region. You are busy fighting people that are fighting for your next generation. You are busy fighting a man called Mazen Namdekano, where you are busy recruiting your boys, giving them AK-47 for them to come and sit down and guide a pipeline like this. They are guiding a pipeline like this. They are busy guiding a pipeline like this, running all the way from your village, all the way from your village to Castena, to Daura. And you call yourself a man. You start to make yourself relevant. You think you can make yourself relevant by coming on social media to make a nuisance of yourself? You think you are relevant by coming on social media to talk about a man that is trying to liberate his own people? A man that is been to jail and is still in jail because he wants a better life for his next generation, for your children unborn. You said you have 21 children. You are so proud of yourself you have 21 children. Are you sure these children are all from yours? Are you sure you are the father of all these children? Are you sure that you are the father of? Because if you are the father of all these children, you will try to understand that the disintegration of Nigeria is a tax that must be done. You're supposed to understand that Nigerian government that gave you the pipeline security guard don't have anything to offer to your children. You should understand that this is your children, this is your 21 children, they are not supposed to be a slave to the Fulani Janjaweed. You're supposed to understand that your children deserve a better life than to be pipeline guiders. Ask yourself how many oil wells do you have in your own community. Ask yourself, your next brother, your next neighbor, how many oil wells do they have in their own land? You don't have nothing. All you do is to guide a pipeline like this. You recruit the boys that are supposed to be engineers and doctors, the boys that are supposed to be pilots and captains, they're supposed to be developers and entrepreneurs. You recruit them to guide the pipeline for you. And you come on social media every day to rant, to talk rubbish. You should be ashamed of yourself. Ashamed of yourself. A man like you will sit down and guide a pipeline while another man in Daura that doesn't go to school is milking your village, your entire community, and you cannot say anything about it because of the money you are getting. And when you get this money, what do you do with it? You go to Cotonou, and you build a university for other people to study. While your own village, you don't have one university there. And you call yourself a man? You call yourself a man. That is why they call you a pig in the creek. Mr. Asari Dokubo, this video is for you. This video is for you because you, this generation will never forget somebody like you. Your children will forever regret having you as their father. Your children will ever regret having you as their forefather. Because you are a shame to humanity. You are a shame to humanity. You sit down in your village and you are guiding a pipeline for somebody else. You don't have one single oil well. You don't have one single oil well. Your brothers, your sisters, your neighborhood, your community, your village people, none of them have one single oil well from the oil coming from your soil. And you have the audacity to come out on social media to rant and shout, to abuse a man that is fighting for the liberation of the whole Africa. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Ahmadike 1. If you die now, who is going to mourn you? If anything happens to you now, who is going to shout for you? If you go to jail now, who is going to sit at home for you? Nobody, because you are irrelevant. You are irrelevant. I am doing this video to tell you that you are worse than a pig in the creek. You are worse than a pig in the creek. Every day you put on your camera, with your fat, stinky self, and you come and pose and be talking. Who do you think you're talking to? This generation don't want to listen to men like you. Keep on guiding pipeline that is going from your village to Daura. Keep on watching and guiding pipeline for another man. Keep on licking another man's ass. But this generation will not forget the atrocities you have committed, the people you have killed, the children you have put into abject poverty because you cannot speak for them, you cannot bring development to them, you cannot even build school for them. You are going to Cotonou to build school because you're not ashamed of yourself. You're not ashamed of yourself. You stinking old pig. You're not ashamed of yourself. Sit down. Continue sitting down and building and guiding a pipeline for another man. This generation will never forget this. Mad people everywhere.